Well, dang it. I am hopping on because Tommy asked me to. Hey, everyone. Hey, mods. Hey, Kristen, Melinda. Brock, are you here? Hey, Brock. Guys, this is getting really frustrating. He doesn't have power still. And it's weird because I've never experienced this before. I've never seen the. Oh, shit. I forgot that my mic is hooked up. Could you hear me? Could you even hear what I was just saying? I forgot I hooked up my mic. Hey Anita, hey Paula M, Mop Man, Lena Swell again. Hey Kat, did you guys hear me at all? I was saying hi to Kristen, Melinda, and Brock, and just blabbing away. Hey Heather in the library. Disclosure, Aaron G. Okay, thank you, Joan. Hey Clowns for Days. Caroline in Canada, I'm giving it a couple of minutes to see if by chance I have like 2 flies in here and I don't know why. It's kind of creeping me out. Hey, Loretta Hauser, Honey Lou, Jamie Palmer, Heavenly Heather again. Uh, Tahoe Trinkets. Hey, I haven't seen you in a couple of days. Okay, so if you guys don't mind, what I'm going to do is hang out with you for a few minutes. And Tommy seems to think there's a chance. Oh, I didn't take it that way. Thank you, Chef Brian. I took that very much as a compliment. Thank you, sir. If you don't mind, while we're sitting here waiting, I'm going to spam the chat and put up my link to my channel if you'd come over. Thank you, Chris and Melinda. Come over to my channel and subscribe. I was just going to say while we're waiting, hey, Robin Hamby, thank you. While we're waiting, guys, I want to take a moment. I hope his power comes on, but if it doesn't, I want to take a moment. Hey, Pat Jonas, I just want to say thank you to all of you, all of the supporters, but I also want to especially say thank you to my Lord. We have 3 cats. There's nothing I can do about it. I want to say thank you, Loretta. Thank you to the new people. Thank you, Brock, for coming over to my channel, giving me a chance. I am very, very different than Tommy. It works for us, but he is an incredibly smart, very good public speaker, and he does his research. Thanks, Punisher. He does his research so much. I mean, even today I was talking to him. He was like, "All right, I got to go." And I said, "Why?" Like, we were in the middle of a conversation. He was like, "Because I have a ton of research I have to do." He does that a lot. And I'm just like, I feel guilt about it because I hop onto my stream and I don't do research and I don't know true crime. I'm not educated at all in many, many areas. And so I just let it fly. I never know what I'm going to talk about. So I often, the reason I say that is I often feel like I'm disappointing you guys by going, oh, wow, I'm going to go see what Reese is about. Let me go subscribe. And then I feel like they're probably, the new people are like, oh, this is not what I thought it was. Wow. So, and it really hasn't been a turnout like that. Yeah, Kevin, for sure. It's been more of a turnout that's like just super, super pleasant and surprising, and you guys have been really supportive, and you come over and say, hey, we're here for you, and we're learning about Scientology with you. And so I just want to say thank you. I want to validate that. I want to make sure that you feel seen and heard by me, because while I do this and I post my channel, and I know it's annoying when you guys are listening to Tommy and I'm constantly posting my channel, you guys actually do come over and subscribe. And when I say I enjoy meeting all of you, I'm enjoying getting to know you. Connection is majorly key for me, just because I came from Scientology and there was no connection. So thank you, P. Taylor. I mean it. It's not a parasocial thing for me, nor is it for Tommy. He's just not as Tommy is this way on YouTube. He comes on, he chats with you guys, but he would not be this way in real life. He's just not, he's more private. He's a guy and he's more private and he hangs out with his circle of people. I am this way on YouTube and I'm this way in real life. I go talk to everyone, and whether they like it or not, I'm just very social, but I need that connection in my life. And I just want to say thank you again to the people who have given me that chance and come over and subscribed and gotten to know me and chatted with me. And some of you have emailed me. And I just want to say thank you for that. It means way more to me than I think you realize. It's very validating, and it just again, I spent a lot of my life in the dark, right? And kind of isolated. And so now I've realized through also therapy with my therapist that I reach externally. Thank you. I think I thank you. I reach externally big time for validation, and I'm aware that I do it, so I try not to do it as much. But it's not so much validation as it is just feeling seen and heard. Pamela, that is so kind. Thank you to that's for Tommy, and I'll tell him that you did that. So thank you for the lifeboat for doing that. Thank you for the super sticker. And I appreciate again what you said yesterday about your son. That was very, very kind and vulnerable. Thank you, Anita Card. Jody, I absolutely have loved meeting you. I see a lot of names over here that have come over to my channel, and I mean it. Thank you. So if we can't get Tommy's power on, let me text him. Just checking in with him. I just posted my channel again if you want to come subscribe. Thank you, Tahoe Trinkets. Hey, Renee B. It sounds like we're going to end this stream, most likely. Tommy's power is not on. When do you guys want to do this follow-up? I feel bad that this is happening. I've been to Ecuador many times, and I've not ever experienced this. And he sends me videos. Like, he'll walk up and down the street, the entire street is black. I never experienced that in Ecuador before. And again, I've been there many times, and I was there for a while. So I'm not sure what that means, but I'll tell you, I can't wait to get back. I love, love, love Ecuador. He did a video outdoors today, and it's just all the places he was going past, and the food, and my friend. I've made a lot of friends there, and I just love going there. It's truly, truly an experience. Can he get a generator? Yes, he's going to get one, Lisa Palmer. He just has not yet. Why is the power out there lately? Any reason? I'm not sure. I don't know if is it a storm? No. Hey, Lisa Renfro. No. They get like a rainy season, but they don't get lightning or thunder there. They don't have hurricanes there. So they don't have like really bad weather. I'm not sure why it's going out. I don't know if it's like the grid can't handle it. I have no idea because I didn't experience that. Thank you, the Punisher. You are so kind, and I've really enjoyed meeting you and what you shared with me about your family. That was so kind of you. Thank you. Growing country and power grids. Yeah, Mop Man, maybe that's it. Hey, Measall Smokes. So I'm not entirely sure. And again, that's not something that I am educated enough to even speak to. I don't know. And he hasn't really said, but again, it wasn't an issue when I was there. So, um, yeah, Cheap Chick, his video was great this afternoon. It's a beautiful place. I was there in December, January, and I streamed outdoors quite a bit. I go up and down the Malecone. I love, love, love walking. I probably walk with Tommy when I'm there. I would say at least probably 3 miles a day. I would say at least probably 3 miles a day. It's hard not to, and you know what else is interesting? It's not difficult walking. It's not like a ton of hills. It's flat. You know, you're next to the ocean. So you don't it's not like an effort. And I love walking anyway. I walk every day, but thank you, Loretta. It's just it's effortless, and it's beautiful, and you want to walk. And that's another reason I love going there, because I actually feel like I get in better shape and I feel healthier walking there. I'll walk for hours every single day. Okay, Paula M. It's interesting the spirits of Scientology don't want you sharing their truth. Thank you, Dolores, and that's a good point. That's a great point, and that's something to remember, guys, is they don't want us talking. So that's why a lot of these haters, I say it on my channel, if any of you new people see stuff on me and Tommy, just know those people are getting paid because they don't want me talking about Scientology. For the most part, that's it in a nutshell. Hey, Mrs. Butler. Um, they are getting paid to do what they do, to hate and make up stories and plant seeds of doubt called a smear campaign in Scientology. There's more to it than that. It's actually called fair gaming. Will you eventually be able to move in there with him, Reese? I hope it's okay to ask. Of course it's okay to ask, Stephanie Betts. So eventually, um, do you like Ecuador but visit? So you like Ecuador but visit but don't want to live there. Michelle, my Bill, it's just I don't eat lobster. Hey, Jennifer Liberty. I have the palate of a 5-year-old. I don't eat much meat, some meat every once in a while. I've never had fish or anything like that in my life, and I never will. I just can't. I'm picky as hell and weird. I don't like the smells. Will I ever move to Ecuador? I mean, here's the thing. I'll be 42 July 8th. Tommy will be 56 July 3rd. We have plenty of time. And I have a 16-year-old son. For those of you that don't know that, I have a 16-year-old in 10th grade. I have 5 animals. And yeah, Ms. Butler. And so I'm not in a rush because what's most important right now is my son and his schooling and his stability. And we just moved to Tennessee a year and a half ago here from Kansas City. And I feel like I've kind of uprooted him a lot. I also just want to make his life before he turns 18. It's my job to make his life as easy as possible and keep him safe, make him feel secure. I feel like moving to another country would be really, especially for between the two of us, I think it would be harder on my son because he's going to have to adjust to a new school, a new schedule. And the number one thing, right, is that he's going to have to learn Spanish. And so that's not a simple transition. That's almost like, here's some work for you. Good luck. Right. So I don't feel rushed because it's not like he's 3 and I'm going, well, we have to wait till he's 18. He's 16 and a half. Hey, Nance. So the way I see it is go to Ecuador and see Tommy as much as I possibly can. I'd love to go 3 to 4 times a year if I can afford it and stay with him for a couple of weeks at a time and then come back home. I think we all can work life balance, right? And be moms and dads. And so the way I see it, we've got 2 years, guys. We've got 2 years for him to finish high school. That takes priority for me. 2 years, as we all know as adults, flies, whether we want it to or not. So I just think I would be very upset with myself if I rocked the boat, no pun intended, that much and uprooted him again. That's just too much of a change. Not all of you know my story as well as my channel. And you know, my husband died, I got remarried. We lost a bunch of pets. We lost Scientology family. His dad, my son's dad, doesn't really have a lot to do with him in his life because of what happened in Scientology. So my son's name is Huxley. Most of you know that, but he's been through a lot. He's been through a lot. And I blame myself for that anyway. And I think the greatest gift I can do right now, the greatest gift you can really give anyone is make them feel safe. That is what I talk about on my channel. The greatest currency that we can actually offer to another human being is how safe do I make you feel? Right? Do I make you feel comfortable or do I make you feel cringe? Do I make you feel like I want to get away from you? Do I make you red flags? I want to make people feel seen, heard, safe in that environment. So the last thing I want to do is take Huxley and rip him up and go, hey, we're moving here to a whole new country. And, you know, you can't bring all your furniture because we can't take it. So, you know, hey, look who it is. Well, he looks familiar. God, Lifeboat, Lifeboat. Where have I seen you before? Lifeboat. I feel like I've seen that name. Hey, Sassy. That answer is literally the reason that I love you, Reese. You're a great human being, and I spent more than 2 years in my life in the hole. Yes. And here's the thing, and I love you too, Bunny. Here's the thing, guys. Tommy and I can still see each other. That's the beauty of it. I love going to Ecuador, right? So we can still see each other. I can still be a mom here. I can still go there. I can still make sure that he's taken care of and going to school. So do you see what I mean? It's 2 years. That's gonna fly. And I would it's not like he's gonna graduate high school and I'm out of here, right? I would wanna make sure he's grounded, he's centered, he's mentally well. I wouldn't just shove him out of the nest either. I wanna make sure if he goes to college, which I hope he does, right? That's what airplanes are for. It's a small price to pay to live in paradise, and it only happens for about a month a year. Yeah, I just think that there's so many people out there that, they're like, well, they're not really together. Or, people love to make up narratives of their own or rumors or she's inconsistent or look, she's not going to Ecuador. She's going to Ecuador too much. She's gained weight. She must be pregnant. She's too skinny. Is she on drugs? Right? Like people love, love, love to is that you, Tommy? Yes, Tommy in a wig. People love to make up fake false stories and rumors and narratives, but they don't really know. And that's what you have to remember is no one actually really knows. Nobody really knows. Somebody said on my channel the other day, we've been married like, I don't know what she said, 31 years. And she goes, and you still don't really know a person. That hit me. It's true. You don't really know. So for strangers on the internet to make up stories about me or Tommy or my son, it's laughable. You have no idea. You don't know. But the thing is, my son does take priority and he's already had a really who hasn't? But he's had a lot of, loss, and he's had a really rough life. He's had a great life too, but the Scientology has rocked us both, and I tried to protect and shield him from it as much as I could, but he was in Scientology and surrounded by it, whether I could protect that or not. Um, yeah, Kevin, there's so much hate toward me on the internet. Thank you, Jay Cruz. So you roll with the punches and you do what's best. And people don't always see what goes on behind the scenes. They just love to make up narratives and go, we hate her and here's why. She's a terrible mom or whatever. And people can think whatever they want. You have to remember that too. You can't control what people think, what they say. Like Mel Robbins says, you can make somebody laugh, you can make them a cup of coffee, but you cannot make them change. So people are going to see what they see and tune out the haters and live your best life. Maria, beautiful advice. In April, we will be married 41 years, says Renee B. That is unbelievable. Wow. So yeah, guys, that's a good I mean, I'm happy to sit here another few minutes and see if his power kicks on. But also, if you have any questions like that, bring them. Why am I not moving to Ecuador? That's why. That's the gist. I mean, there's a secondary reason. And oh, I love that, Vicky. You're in good company. They trashed Jesus too. Him is Weedy Poo. Has my son healed from Scientology? He's in therapy. We're doing the best we can, but it's still pretty fresh. It's only 3 years, and he lost his grandparents who were in his life pretty much every day, who almost raised him more than I did. So they dropped him like a hot potato, just like they did me. So, yeah, I think that affects him for sure. And that's why I have him in therapy, and I'm a big supporter of therapy. But I really do love Ecuador. Thank you, Nancy. Reese hydrates on the tears of her haters. Well, I always say, throw me to the wolves and I'll come back wearing a whole fur coat, floor length. No. It does help that Scientology bull baiting and all my training being desensitized and dead behind the eyes certainly helps with haters. I always say, if you're going to hate on me, like keep the focus on me because hating and bullying people, hey, Roddy mom, the whole purpose of that is to make people feel less than and tiny and small and like they don't matter. And then maybe they're not even needed in this world, right? That's what the ultimate goal is to bully someone is let's make you feel small enough that you don't need to even be here anymore. And I never have those thoughts. I have in the past, but I don't now. So I always say, just continue to keep that focus of hate on me because the last thing I want is for people to focus on someone like my son who's 16 or someone who's going through a rough time and can't handle it. I feel pretty, every time I come on YouTube, I put on my bulletproof vest. Please do me a favor and head over to Reese's channel at Relatable Reese when you're done and hit subscribe. She really is an amazing woman. And I'm not just saying that because she makes me. Do it again. See what happens, Scoville. But he is right. both things. Come over to my channel because he likes me, but I also make him. There's my link. There it is. All you have to do is click and hit subscribe, people. Thanks, Brock. I'm glad that Huxley is upmost in your mind. Many of our parents considered us an afterthought. Well, I didn't even have freaking parents. So I'm just navigating these waters, these parental waters, the best I can. And sadly, I'm playing both roles. You know, my son is very close to Tommy. They talk every single day, but it's still not the same thing. I still feel like a single mom, right? Because I'm here in it doing the work, and I feel like his mom and his dad. And as much as Tommy helps on the phone, it's just, hey, Sikorsky, it's tough, guys. I'll tell you right now, no one prepares you for having a teenager. Thank you, Neptunes. Hey, David Booley. Nobody prepares you for that. And I mean, I wasn't prepared to be a parent anyway because I pretty much raised myself, but um I've done the best I can, and I certainly don't discipline him much. And I try to basically, parenting for me is like do everything that my parents do, the opposite. Just do the opposite. Like my dad never said I love you or I'm proud of you, so I tell him I'm proud of him and I love him all the time. So I just think like do what made you feel unloved, do the opposite of that. You know, I was home alone all day every day. I was sleeping alone at night. I'm home all the time for him. I mean, I don't cook or make dinner for him anymore. I did when he was little, but now he's a workoutaholic and he only eats certain things and he counts his macros and all that. I can't help with that. He has his own list of foods and things like that. But I try to do the things that weren't done for me. Wow, babe. Reese has created a really special place on YouTube. We get to go daily for love, laughter, support, and growth. Thank you, Kat. Teenage years are hard, and he's not even a jerk. Like, he's nice, he's a sweet kid, but it's still just like, I'm a woman, he's a boy, I only had sisters. It's just weird. It's like, some things I'm like, am I equipped for this? I don't know. Hey, Cindy G. Hey, they love. No question, Ms. Card. I was not a man before I met, and I learned to understand Reese. Babe, I don't know if that's entirely true, but that's a sweet thing to say. Oh, hey, honeybee, primitive life ways. Thank you. So you're doing a great job here. Thank you. I'm trying to find my voice. I'm not comfortable public speaking. Just kidding. I was only going to come on for 2 or 3 minutes. This is kind of like when I tell Tommy I'm going to run to Target. I'm like, I'll be in and out. I'll be right back. This is exactly the same thing. This is exactly the same thing. If I like have a friend and I'm out to dinner and Tommy's like, call me on your way home. And I'm like, I will. I'm leaving in 10 minutes. He's like, sure you are. Call me in the 30 minutes when you're on your way home. And I'm like, okay. And like 2 hours will go by. It's like midnight. And he's like, babe, I'm like, I got lost. This is totally the same thing. I was like, I'm going to hop on and just tell him your power's out and then leave. No, here we are 22 minutes later. I think I get the hang of this. I think I got the hang of it. You're doing a great job, Reese. Teenagers can be emotional. Thank you, Lacey. Mine is not emotional. I would not call. We don't, well, I am now. Now that I'm out of Scientology, I'm more emotional. I show emotion in public. Reese, I had no physical affection as a child. So having my own, I could never stop hugging and kissing them. Painted Desert, the only thing I'll openly admit to, and I'm sorry that happened to you, Painted Desert. Hey guys, guess what? Real quick. Guess what's being posted in the chat? Oh my God, there's my stream. There's my link. Oh my God. Does my son like the beach? Yeah, he does. We don't travel much. The only thing I will admit to is I admit to everything. I was tough, but that's not what makes a man. It took 4 decades to admit to anyone I was a victim in life. You are a gift from God. I love you, babe. That makes me want to cry. Thank you. I love you. And Tommy and I have shared very deep, dark things with each other. He probably has shared more with me that he had never shared before. And I was forced to share in Scientology, but it really did help him a lot. And if I die tomorrow, there's certain things I'll just be happy that I accomplished. And that's one of them. I'm glad that he feels more free sharing with me what he shared. I never did primitive life ways. I never spoke with my dad again. I tell my son I love him all the time, but I was never touched as a child. Hey, Gen X. Um, I wasn't ever touched as a child, like hugged, loved on, any of that. And so I can hug people now. I'm very huggy, obviously, and like I climb all over Tommy. It gets uncomfortable real quick for all of you. Not for us, but if you guys were in the room, you'd go, "Oh my god, I have to get out of here." You'd suddenly feel like you were in a casino. You'd be like, "There's no windows. There's no clocks in here. There's no doors. Get us out now, quick." It would get steamy. However, I am not that way otherwise. I'm not touchy. I will hug people. I will ask for their permission first to hug them, but I'm not real huggy with my son. I don't know if it's because he's a boy and I'm a female. I don't know if it's because I just wasn't hugged as a child. I'm not real huggy with him. I'm not real touchy feeling with him. Jennifer Liberty, that is very kind. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Jody says, Tommy, you're an amazing man and adore how you love and respect Reese. That is so sweet. And look at him. He's getting all excited. He's jumping up and down. I can see it now. That's my little puppy snuggles right there, guys. That's my little kissy face, bunny whisker tail, foo-foo, fluffy tail. Oh, it's a lot. You guys think Tommy's this like bald ex-con? He's not. He's not. He's squeezy. I like to get a hold of him and I like to hug on him and climb all over him like a tree. And he's got a little thumper foot like from Bambi, and his foot starts thumping when I'm around him. And it's the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life. He probably wants me to leave now. He's like, okay, all right, you can hop off now, Reese. Thanks. Damn, I had a really embarrassing photo loaded up to put on the screen when you started saying stuff like that. Now I can't do it from here. You're right. You're trapped. I hijacked your channel. I took over and poor Tommy's only in the chat, like one of you guys, like a viewer. No, so I guess when do you guys want to do this stream? I guess whenever Ecuador has power again. Yeah, honeybee, Ecuador is incredible. It's beautiful. I'm due for a trip. I would like to go back. Why is it easy to hug on Tommy and not your son? Daniel Phillips, it's a good question and I've pondered this myself. I think if you want the real truth and what I've come up with, thank you, Ms. Butler. Yeah, Cindy, they are. I think because I I had no male attention as a child. My dad left and I reach for masculine attention. And I think I'm constantly chasing after what my dad didn't give me. In therapy, my therapist called it the black box. He said, your dad has this black box that he kept his love in and attention and affection that he did not offer to you. And you have been chasing after it your whole life, looking for it, seeking it out, fabricating it even. But your dad is the only one who actually will ever know what's in it. But I have certainly coped. It's a coping mechanism for me. I've used men when I was younger in my 20s. I coped with sex and masculine attention. And so it's more for me to answer that question. Obviously, my son is not the same kind of love. And I was not my dad is still alive. Yes, he's a high up Scientologist. I was not I'm not seeking that kind of it almost makes me feel, yeah, I have major attachment issues and I reach externally for that masculine attention and validation. My son would not fall into that category. That's my son. That's a child and I'm his mother. So I almost feel the opposite. Like I don't want to touch all over a 16-year-old boy. It makes me feel awkward. Hey, real slick. I mean, I will hug him, but I am not one of those parents that's like touching him, loving on him. I did that when he was little, of course. Like I carried him around. I just now that he's a teenager, I feel weird. Like he's bigger than me. He's taller than me. I feel weird like going to my son and like touching on him. It just and that's a me thing. He's never said anything and I doubt he would care. But oh, that's okay, Brian. They all get that way over here. No, don't. It's okay. I think that was a great question. Didn't mean that question in any kind of negative way. I was just curious. Thanks for being open and vulnerable. Says a lot to your character. Thank you, Daniel Phillips. I did not take that question as inappropriate or rude. I think it's a great question. That's how we are on my channel. We go deep. We talk about the vulnerable stuff. That's one of the reasons I have more hate than a lot of people, besides the fact that I'm an ex-Scientologist and they don't want me talking. Haters really want to get a hold of me because they think they get a hold of my weak points because I cry and I do talk about the deep stuff that affects me and has affected me in my life. Yep. Exactly, Linda. Exactly. Hey, Sierra Terry. I didn't know you weren't a member over here, babe. Love you. Hey, Judy Jettison, cute name. That was an incredibly respectful question, the way that you asked it. I don't think you're going to offend anyone with that. Thank you for your kindness. I don't have questions that are off the table, though, for me. Hey, guess what? I'm posting my channel again. Run over and subscribe, would you? I'm going to check right now. One of you better hit not one person subscribe. There's almost 300 people in here, and not one of you hit subscribe since I've been here. Come on. Guys, I'm doing my part. Can you please do yours? Can one person go hit subscribe? Good Lord. Sweet Jesus. I think those of you who, I think those of us that comes easy for take for granted how that's not easy thing for others who have been so affected. Oh, for sure. Thanks, Gen X Gen. I know you are. I know who's subscribed and who isn't over here. I can look at the list of people and I know who is. My feelings are officially hurt. What happened to you, little baby bunny? How did your feelings get hurt, Thumper? Right there, Chef Brian. You know the rules. Thank you, Daniel Phillips. I knew Daniel Phillips was not a subscriber, and I was like, if this dude doesn't subscribe, I'm going to be mad. I know you did, Ms. Butler. Thank you. I raised myself and I'm thankful for it. Yeah, real slick. There's certainly benefits to it, right? Right. I'm new to your Scientology story. Judy, I knew that about you. I know my customers. Oh, because no one has hit subscribe, Pumpkin, and they try to keep up and try to keep up. Yeah, no, I know. I need at least a couple people. Jeez. I can only carry this weight so far. I do know my class. I know everybody in my class. I know you are, Chef Brian. The best thing you can do for your son and for you is to spend time, sans communicate, and look him in the eye. That's something that's awesome. That Reese, use your words, girl. Try again. That's awesome that you talk things out. I've watched you from the beginning. Patty, wow. Thank you. From the beginning? I don't even recognize your name. Thank you, Patty. I know you are Jamie Palmer. Jamie Palmer's like family. You've been with me forever. Streamer, thoughts on Leah Remini? Not really. Thank you, Rhonda. I know. I don't have so here's the thing about Scientology. Hey, Chrissy Twig. I don't know what your comment was, Mop Man. Here's the thing, guys. I don't report on Scientology happenings. I don't know. Thank you, Linda. I don't know much about current affairs in Scientology. Like Tommy does true crime and is constantly studying in the news. I just got out 3 years ago. That kind of stuff gets to me. I really can only stick to hey DP. I really only right now I'm unpacking the indoctrination. I'm trying to um deprogram my own self. So it's hard for me to discuss. It's not that it's hard. It's just I'm not going and looking and reading up on current Scientology affairs. I'm really just trying to unpack the 38 years of the baggage, right? And I have therapy and my channel is therapy for me. It's very I call my like Tommy journals. Tommy and Johnny both do. And I think that's amazing. And they have inspired so many people on the lifeboat and Chase the Heat to journal. And I think that's fantastic. I am not a journaler, I've found. I am a verbal journaler. My channel is a verbal journal. And then what happens is, thank you, Jaja Lives. What happens is my channel, I engage with my chat every day. So what I'm doing right now is we're just loosely flowing, going with the flow. I very rarely have a topic, but the chat, you guys are my audience, my guest every day. So we just click on things, we click on comments and we engage. I don't know why I'm saying we, it's just me. But I mean, all of us as a whole, my community is just every day, we're just sitting around like friends talking. And thank you. They love had my son at 17 and my daughter at 18. Being a single parent is hard. You're doing great, Reese. Thank you so much. It's difficult. It's probably harder for you because you have two kids. I feel very grateful that I have one child. I don't think I could have balanced more than one, honestly, just with the Scientology making us crazy, with the indoctrination. It's tough. It's really tough to be a parent and be a Scientologist because your kids mean absolutely nothing in Scientology. And there are no kids in Scientology. There's no such thing as children. What was the hardest Scientology trait to let go of now? Cindy G, that is a banger of a question. Are people easily brainwashed? But absolutely. Maria, yes, very easily. Rhonda, what was the hardest? Well, I would say what is. So I'm still very much a Scientologist. I have to beat it down daily. Every day I go through something. So let me answer that first by saying there's a cult expert that says Scientology is the hardest cult of all the cults to deprogram from. And it takes 3 years for every year that you were on. Okay, babe, it takes 3 years for every year that you were in Scientology to deprogram. That's a lot, and I was in for 38 years. So, when you say what was the hardest, I would say what is the hardest because every single day of my life, I still do something that's Scientological. I still use some kind of a tactic, and I think to myself, 1, I'm like, "That's not me." Right? That's just old programming coming up to the surface. But 2, I think, is that even me or is that who they told me I am? And that seems to work for me to say that. Like, wait a minute, do I feel that way or did they tell me I feel that way? Is that something I learned when I was 4 and I'm just still hanging on to that belief because I think it helps me, right? And you can't let go of beliefs if you still think it has a purpose, right? And in order to let go of the things in order to heal, which is what this my channel is about. In order to heal you, it's hard because you have to let go of the things that were making you sick. And sometimes the little things that build up that make us or made us sick, we somehow have some weird belief system that we need that thing. It helped us in some way. So I have to daily recognize that stuff and go, is that really me? Or is that Scientology? Do I really feel that way about people, or do I really even think that? Or was that just my training, right? That's tough. It is, honeybee, and it's hard to make friends like that, and it's hard because I came out yeah, you have to let go of the false beliefs, Jaja lives, yes. And it's hard because it's picking apart going, what is a false belief? Do I believe that? Do I agree with that? So now it's much easier because it's been 3 years, but in a lot of ways it's still so fresh. In a lot of ways I'm realizing things in the moment and I'm like, "Oh my god, why did that just hit me? I've been out for 3 years." Like I have those moments all the time. And people expect on the internet, of course, haters, people who are pretending to be my friend, people who are not really my friend, they're just in my business, they're not really in my corner, stuff like that. Those are hard too because you try to lean into people, but then they're holding you to a version of who you used to be. And Tommy gets a lot of that hate too. Like, well, you were a criminal, you were this, you were that, right? But he's not now. Can we let that go? Can we let that belief go? Tommy has done his time. He's an amazing person. Do you know how many people he's helped to get sober? If that's not reason enough, right? Tommy has helped so many people through his channel and outside of his channel. And yet somehow we're still held and accountable to the person we used to be, a version of us, right? That's really, really unfair. I saw something tonight on my channel and I loved it. And I'm going to read it to you guys. This is beautiful. Give yourself grace for the decisions you made when you were simply trying to survive. Thank you, Debbie Zito. I'm going to read that again. Give yourself grace or forgive yourself for the decisions you made when you were simply trying to survive. That is very powerful. And for some of you, that will sink in. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear on that one. The teacher appeared for me on that one. You cannot hold people accountable to a version of who they were if they have done the work on themselves to change. It is really, really unfair. And that's what bullying to me is. That's what hate is. You're holding me to a version of me when I was simply trying to survive, when I was in fight or flight, when I was in survival mode. Are you really going to hold me to who I was as a Scientologist? Are you really going to hold Tommy to who he was when he was a bank robber, a felon doing time in prison? That is not the Tommy we know today. And it's really unfair that bullies try to hold people like in a cell of who they used to be. So give yourself grace for the decisions you made when you were simply trying to survive. And we can all attest to that. Every one of you in here can take what I just said and interpret it and apply it to something in your life. And we've all met somebody who doesn't give us grace for moments of stress, trauma, darkness, decisions we had to make because we were in survival mode. I happen to know a lot of women, in particular, women who get judged, right? I was in a really rough situation with my ex-husband. It was abusive and it was scary. And I had my son and I came out and told the whole story. And I got so many emails of hate from all these women going, "You had a child. Why didn't you just leave? How did you not? How could you sleep at night? Are you kidding? Are you minimizing my story? You weren't there." I really think, how dare you when people are so quick to jump to conclusions and go, "Why didn't you just do this? Why didn't you just put pull up your wizard sleeves and use your magic wand?" It doesn't work like that. People make choices and decisions in survival mode that looking back, they may go, "I wish I hadn't have done that." We all can reflect on that. And that's all bullying is. It's holding people to an accountable place where they were some version of themselves, right? Yeah, they've never been abused, right, Patty? Because you know why? It's so much easier to point the finger. It's so much easier to go, "Don't look at me. Look at Reese. She's horrible. Look at Tommy. Look at them together. Don't look at us. Don't look at what we're doing." Right? We're just getting paid by Scientology to attack them. And that's what's happening. Every hater that you guys come across or pops up in your feed is being paid by a division of Scientology called OSA, the Office of Special Affairs. They hate that I use my voice. They do not want me talking about this. So what are they going to do? They're going to discredit me. They're going to discredit Tommy. They're going to make up lies. We're liars. We're scammers. We're con artists, right? Because they have to plant those seeds of doubt to make us look like totally not credible. Of course, that's what's happening. Hey, Cat. I love that. It applies to something that happened to me that I haven't been able to forgive myself for. Wow. I love that. And thank you for sharing that with us, Cat. That's amazing, Reese. It helps me. That's what's amazing. As you process what you've gone through, it helps the rest of us. Thank you, Tennessee girl. I love you, babe. Oh, totally. You are entitled to change, evolve, change your mind, and modify your decisions, especially when you realize you were able to think for yourself, not encouraged to. Exactly. But people who want to hold you to something you said, or people who want to go, "Oh, wait, you said this and now you're inconsistent. You said this in 2022." Get out of here with that. Those are not people that are of quality anyway. We don't want those people around, I assure you. It's just not. Hey, Jeannie Hansen, I am running the lifeboat. I am the co-captain tonight. Hey, Anne from Massachusetts. Sorry, the chat was moving quickly and I was trying to read, and usually I'm good at this. Thank you, Jeanette M. Hey, guys. Hey, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Oh, whoops. There's my channel. Look at that, everybody. I'm going to check right now. Did I pick up any subscribers? Okay, I picked up 5 people. 5 people. Hey, Kyla. Can you please hit subscribe? You don't have to come watch me, but just please at least be supportive and come subscribe. I really enjoy that. I like meeting you guys, and it's just really, really kind. I really enjoy it. Um, I had no one. I was a sexual assault survivor. It was awful, but I've become something MD since letting the sunlight in. Yeah, Tommy has spoken about that. Yeah, Nancy Jane, I learned that tonight. Tommy has spoken about that, and I would never speak about Tommy's story. I wouldn't use his voice, and that's his business and his background. But I think he is so brave for saying it, and it's helped him so much to heal, sharing some of that with you guys and with me. But yes, he is a survivor of sexual assault, and bless anybody who has had to go through that. And I'm truly sorry because I am told by therapists and just people I've met through my channel, sadly, it is incredibly common. Hey, Ozan, it is incredibly common. And nobody, no child should ever have to experience that. And it's so sad to me and it's so gross. And I have trouble thinking about it or talking about it because it just makes me so angry. I love Tommy very, very much. For those of you that have been a part of our life for a long time on this channel and my channel, those of you that have known us for years, Tommy and I have not always been solid. We have been off and on. There have been some serious bumps, there have been some little bumps, and I've made some huge mistakes. And one thing I know coming out of all of it is no matter what ever were to happen, I don't know what that means, babe. No matter what were to ever happen, I always remember this. Before Tommy and I were ever together, he was my best, best, best friend. And that, hey, Jen Finberg, that means more to me than anything. That holds more weight. I can really trust Tommy, and he has always been there for me. And he's a very solid guy, but I had never had a best friend before. I had never, ever had a best friend. And I can't compare that to anything. He was incredible. He was there for me, and he even came to my home in Kansas City and helped me pack up my house, and he kept my son safe, and he kept me safe, physically safe. I mean, I can't say enough as far as, again, I'm not here to say that it's been perfect, but he is absolutely, no matter what, my best friend. I will always, always have a crush on Tommy, and I do have a raging crush on Tommy. And I will always love Tommy. But just before all of that, back up all of that, I remember I had this heavy secret, and I couldn't tell secrets being a Scientologist. And I remember streaming with him one night, and I didn't even know him that well. And he could tell something was wrong. And I said, "Oh, here, mods, I don't know if you got rid of him, but I just did. Bye, Kay." Um, I just couldn't talk. I couldn't speak to it. And he said, "Can I help you in some way?" And I was crying, and I just said, I can't talk about it." And he said, "Do you know what it means to be a convict?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, because I all the time I did." "No, I've had a speeding ticket. That's it." I was like, "No, dude, I don't know what it means to be a convict. Can you enlighten me on that?" Because I mean, I could tell you what it's like to be a Scientologist, but no, it is Renee B. And it was incredible. And he just said, he was uh like, "We don't talk, we don't tell, you don't tell other people's stories, we don't gossip, we don't spill the tea," right? It's real life, and he said, I am a safe place for you to talk to. And I did. And after that, I just really deeply loved him. And I thought, I've never had a best friend. And I felt so safe and I felt so secure with him. And even though thank you, Jeannie. Hey, speaking of mods, hey, come subscribe. Look, there's Relatable Reese. Who's that, you say? Well, click on the link and find out. Um, yeah, Kathy, thank you. I just can't say enough about him as far as that. I know that I can get inappropriate. I know it makes some of you uncomfortable, and I overly flirt with Tommy, and for that I apologize, but even him being in another country, I feel safe. I don't know how else to put that. Even him being in another country, I feel safe. I feel safe with him. I do. I always have. And I feel like he has grown so much that I can also put more on his plate mentally. We're both Cancer signs. You guys have to remember that. Tommy is a Cancer man. He's a sensitive crab, just like me. And I feel like I can give him more and put more on his plate. And he's understanding. Every day we kind of understand each other a little bit more. And I'm just grateful for that. I don't know why we went there, but I'm grateful for that. And I really, really love that man. I do. I worry about him. I worry about him more than he worries about me or should worry about me. I just want to make sure he's always safe. And I really love Tommy. He's always, always been my best friend. Are you they love? Yeah. Cancers are amazing. Well, it sounds like, babe, it sounds like your power is not going to come back on. Yeah. Ozan, I'm glad you're here. Linda's a Cancer too. I love that. Cancers unite. Um, when do you guys want to do another stream? Yeah, Tiffany B. Oh, Mop Man, you're a Cancer? I love that. When do you guys want to do the follow-up stream? Whenever his power comes on, I would imagine is the answer to that. Yeah, we ended up doing a show, chef, because I can flap my gums with the best of them. Love you, Buffy. Thank you, Sarah Slater. Excuse me, Reese. Are you in your 30s now? Looking good. Renee B, I'll be 42 in July. And you know what's amazing? One good thing about Scientology is because you have to be dead behind the eyes. I still don't have any forehead wrinkles, and my haters say that I get Botox, but I'm terrified. Even though I have diabetes, I'm still terrified of needles, guys. I got to get my blood drawn every 3 months. And so I'm not putting a damn needle in my forehead or my lips. But because I couldn't show emotion and I was never smiling or laughing, look, like a murderer could walk in right now, watch. Nothing. I still don't have any wrinkles. So that is one upside. If you want to be wrinkle free, you could join Scientology. See, I could do a commercial for that. Hey ladies, want to be wrinkle free? Join Scientology. And then I could do this to like show, and it would just look creepy. I'd just be like walking around like Rob Reiner's kid with my eyeballs all popping out of my head. He has freaky eyes. I'm sorry. But speaking of true crime, that dude was guilty just based on his eyeballs. I was like, there's no way he did not do that. Did you see his eyes? He's just walking around like a freaking horror show in a basement. I was like, oh, hell no. But I think we could do a Scientology commercial and be like, you want to be wrinkle free? Join Scientology. And just everybody, it would just scare the hell out of everyone. Excuse me, I don't know where that came from. I have a question, Reese. Let's take a question from the lifeboat. Yes, sir. I'm not sure what it is, but I want you to talk for 3 more minutes because it takes, oh no, I can't do 3 more minutes, babe. I could pull an all-nighter. Because it takes them about 8 minutes to get the power back on at the top of the hour. Okay. Let me see if I can try to come up with some kind of content for 3 minutes. Love you, Anita Card. Wow, you've watched Tommy since the Masterson trial? I didn't even watch Tommy then. I hadn't even seen him then, but I'll tell you what, the second I did, I was like, "Oh, I wanna get on it. I wanna be on it. I wanna climb it like a tree. I wanna rub his bald head. I wanna touch his giant nose beak." He has a bigger nose than a bald eagle, and I'm in love with it. I can say that because I don't mean it mean, I'm in love with it. It's weird the things that I find hot on Tommy. Like, I see his hands and I'm like, "Let me get that." Okay, I need to stop. Babe, are those 3 minutes almost up? We're losing the crowd here. It's dead air out there. Uh, you can do it. Thank you, Mees All Smokes, for your vote of confidence. Ozan, that is so kind. Babe, TikTok. Guys, while we're waiting, hey, guess what? Oh, wow. How'd that get there? Look, it's Relatable Reese's YouTube link. It looks like. Let me get my binoculars. Oh my God, it's her YouTube link. Why don't you guys go there and hit subscribe? And I'm going to know if you didn't. I feel like Hannibal Lecter right now when he goes, tell me your worst memory of childhood and don't lie or I'll know. Do you guys remember when he says that? It's like, oh, that doesn't make your beehole clench. Holy Lord. Tell me your worst memory of childhood and don't lie or I'll know. I was like, holy Scientologist. I felt like I was in a session with an auditor. What are my thoughts on the Nancy case? That's not a good question. I don't really have any thoughts. My thoughts are not within reality, and I'm just a silly old Scientology bear. I don't think that I have real thoughts on true crime like that. Now, I do love true crime, and Sounds of the Lambs was a movie that raised me, and Hannibal Lecter was essentially my father. I do have a lot of interest in the BTK killer, and I would have walked into the woods with Ted Bundy any day. So, what are my thoughts? Love you, Bunny. What thoughts go through this blonde bimbo's head? What sign is Huxley? Hey, Lux. Lux, are you subscribed? I don't think you're subscribed to my channel, and I'm going to get upset right now. I'm not even going to answer that until you hit subscribe. Oh, look, there's my link, Lux. Look how easy it is. You've got two hands, and one of them's holding a cigarette. Now, do it now, Lux, if you want an answer. He's a Scorpio. Look at this woman. She's like, where's Tommy? This is awful. I want to look at Tommy because he's way hotter than you, and I have the hots for him. Looking cute tonight too. I love your takes on all things true crime, pop culture, because you're hilarious. Thanks, Tiffany B. Clearly, some people don't think so. I'm sorry, Reese. I'm a trained phlebotomist, but could not work in the field because of the scaredy cats. Seriously? Oh, I don't mind getting my blood drawn. I'm pretty used to it. But I'm not getting a needle in my forehead. Absolutely not. Thank you, Anita Card. I'm here, why is there's like 2 flies in here, and I feel like people are gonna, like, call the police and be like, "There's a dead body in her house." We saw a true crime channel with a bunch of flies in the room. I'm in the sand, cowgirl. Reese, George Carlin question, "What's the 7 words you can't say?" That wasn't my favorite skit. I really couldn't answer that. I didn't mind that one, but there were certain George Carlins that didn't stick for me. Those were okay. I honestly liked the more serious George Carlin, Brock. Um, I mean, I could name off some of them, but I don't think Tommy would want me to. He doesn't cuss a lot on this channel. I cuss on my channel. Uh, I liked the more serious George Carlin. Like, I really liked as a kid listening to him say, he actually taught me some things as far as like question everything. Do you remember that stream? I mean, one of my favorites was the airplane, taking stuff on an airplane. The literal isms, get on the plane, let Evil Knievel get on the plane, I'm getting in the plane. Remember when he says Air Marshal Carlin tells the captain go F himself? Yeah, I like those skits. I really love it when he said question everything, question authority, question your parents, question your teachers, question the police. Like, I really liked that. But there were certain skits of his that were my favorites, and definitely one of them was the airplane for sure. Tommy has power? You've got to be effing kidding me, because I'm ready to get the hell out of here. It's dead air. I'm trying to hold this audience, and everyone's like, "Where's Tommy? This chick sucks." Hey, speaking of sucking, there's my link again. If you guys want to give me a pity subscribe, a pity click of pity. You don't have to watch. Just hit subscribe. Looking at you, cowgirl. I love George Carlin. Definitely grew up on him too, Kat. Yeah, I love George Carlin. Yeah, not everybody does, Tiffany B. Good Lord, I can feel the hate. I can feel the eyes. I can feel the keyboards with disdain. How many cats? I have 3 because of Tommy. I had 1, and then I got 2 more because of his ass. Thanks, Robin Hamby. Anita Card. Babe, I can't do this. I can't hold this crowd. Hey, dog. Yeah, you guys are all like, "Oh, you're so great, Reese." Sure, sure, you say that, but you're not subscribing. So what am I supposed to believe? I'm starting to feel awfully gaslit. Are you subscribing or gaslighting me right now? I feel gaslit. I'm about to turn this around on you, like my ex-husband used to do to me. He would go, "Your thoughts are not within reality, and you're just an uneducated Scientologist." And I was like, who the F do you think you're fucking talking to? I've had thousands of hours of bull bait, my man. I was like, you ain't gonna crack this bitch. That ain't happening. Is there a faster way to deprogram from cults? Hey, Fresh Air, why aren't you subscribed to my channel? I don't recognize your name. You better hit subscribe before I answer this question. If you want an answer, hit subscribe. You have power? Well, I'm ready to get the F off of here. Been on for an hour. These people can't stand me. I would think something would exist since so many are victimized. Maybe hypnotherapy. I don't know a faster way, man. I am trying. Maria, thank you. I am like a rabid legalized freedom. Where the hell have you been? You don't look bad for a white woman. Wow. Thank you. I think that doesn't feel uncomfortable. I haven't seen you on my channel and I'm upset about it. You haven't been to class for a while. Thanks, Punisher. Lux, I'm going to check. So don't be lying, Lux. Don't be trying to skedaddle out of here and lie. What was the question? Oh, how am I Reese holding down the fort? They're like, this show sucks. I do not, Debbie. I don't think there's a faster way on earth to deprogram. I'm going as fast as I possibly can. I am like scurrying around like a little raccoon with rabies. Trust me. I am going as fast as I can to deprogram my ass from this cult. Hey, thanks, Tommy Bird. Hey, look, you guys, there's a link there. It says that Tommy Bird put up that says Relatable Reese. Why don't you guys go over there and give her a pity click? Because she's a shit ass. Babe, if you don't get on here soon, like I'm losing the crowd. I just can't keep this going. I can't keep this boat afloat, man. I tried. Hey, good for you, Cindy G. Yeah. You better subscribe. Oh, thanks, Sharon. I thought that was a backhanded compliment for a minute, but it wasn't. Thank God. Finally. Reese expected to see Tommy, but get to see your beautifulness. Okay, that's a pass. Thank you. You're allowed to be here. There's some people coming in. They're like, where's Tommy? Because I have the hots for him and I don't want to see this bitch. It's been a long time since I've been on. I need to catch up. Well, hi, Raven. Welcome in. Who is this relatable Reese bitch? Lightning speed. Reese, you're crashing out, girl. Wouldn't be a first. I crash out every night over on my stream, but don't let that deter you. Come over and hit subscribe. Check it out for yourself, right? Watch me crash out with your own two eyes. Not for the faint of heart. Paula donates blood. Look at that. 8 gallons in 25 years. That's probably the most strange statistic that I think I've ever heard. And you might be the only person out of 8 billion of us on earth that has ever said that, Paula. I'm going to try to forget it as soon as you said it. Not because I think it's wonderful and kind of you that you donate. And I love that about you, but I'm kind of creeped out by blood. And when you say 8 gallons, it definitely makes me think of like, what's his name that kept bodies in freezer? Dahmer. It makes me think of Dahmer. It makes me think of Dexter, like the first season. I love you, girl, and I appreciate you donating, but I'm frightened right now. You said that I didn't subscribe, but I'm subscribed to you both. I don't have a way of checking. I was just trying to threaten you into subscribing. Look at this poor person. I don't think it's updating on your end. They're like, I did. I swear I did. I'm sorry I threatened you. No, there's no way for me to check, but I can check if everyone else did. Let's see. Can we somehow post my link again? Maybe you forgot it. Maybe you're looking for it and you're like, where is that link for Relatable Reese again? Geez, I just can't seem to scroll back and find it. Oh, look, there it is. Reese's channel is friendly and supportive. Join us, please. Renee B, I pay her to say that. Thank you, Renee B. I'll send you a Venmo tonight. But it is still fun. The Shining, the elevator scene in The Shining always makes me think of my period. It always makes me think of Shark Week. Yes. Excuse me. I forgot I wasn't on my channel just now. I'm so sorry. This is why people leave my channel because they're like, oh my God, she's so inappropriate. I can't handle it. I apologize for that. It's the Scientology, just so you know. I know that it's not good to blame your horrible personality on anything. Oh my God, it's a police report.
What's happening? How you been?
Babe.
Look at you lazy, sitting around waiting on me, doing nothing.
I don't even know what was said. I don't remember a time before this. Good Lord. Jerry.
You owe me $3 for every F-bomb. How bad is it?
Jerry, thank you for subscribing. I was just here to pick up subscribers. I don't even know these people, and they don't want to know me either. Hey, thanks for showing up an hour later. Not kind of you to come in. Were you cheating on me? No power.
You can't prove that.
You liar.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
That was today, guys. I didn't know you were actually going to use it. Raven. Thank you, Raven. Babe, that's not even funny. That's a dickie. I didn't know you were really going to use that, or I would have never sent it. Sicko.
Come on, that's fun. I don't care who you are. That's fun. You look
Is it?
fantastic.
Is it though?
I love the hair.
It's a little flat, isn't it? I like big hair. I like it when it's like fluffed up. Remember, like in the mornings when I call you and I look like Robert Plant?
You do have 80s hair from time
I
to
look
time.
like the lady from Rush.
You know what? That's one of the funniest stories ever. We were listening to Rush one day, and Reese
Closer to
goes,
the heart.
"Oh,
Wasn't it closer?
No, yeah, it might have been closer. But Reese goes, "Oh, I love this woman's voice," and I said, "Boy, would he be happy to hear that."
You
So
know how they
just real
go
quickly,
closer
you know,
to the heart. It's like super. I love this lady's voice from the 80s. And he was like, what? Babe.
so here's what happened. Here's what went wrong. So when the power comes back on, I don't update anything ever because I am of the firm belief that updates on phones and computers actually just slow them down. So you have to buy a new one. And it's actually gone all the way to Congress. This is not poor Getty Lee. Exactly. That's what I said. Wow. Was that a woman that said that? No, it's got to be a guy because no woman ever says anything about Rush. But when I put my computer back on to boot it up, they
That's
were
a
like,
dude.
you have 9 updates. And the computer started updating stuff. So I had to figure out how to make that stop.
Renee B, it was a joke. I wasn't going to send you any money. Are you kidding? I'm broke as heck. No way. Sorry. No soup for you.
Speaking of which, thanks for all the super chats, everybody.
Yeah,
I saw
thanks
that.
for super chatting Tommy. Come over and do it to me sometime. Chef Brian, they call that, babe, that's not a good dance for you.
Sorry.
Do the real one. Do the stripper dance.
Do it here now. I can't
Yeah.
really
Whoa,
pull that off here.
sweaty.
Right.
Is it a little warm there?
It was until I turned the air conditioning back on.
Good Lord. You're sweating like a soul food cook. Babe,
Yes.
I think we're just shooting the breeze tonight.
No, I have excellent questions to ask you about Scientology. I just wasn't here, and it
Yeah,
will
but
get
this
the.
sucks. Okay, fine.
Then we'll reschedule it, and for now we'll just get our laugh on, and I'll pick on you briefly because that always makes me happy too.
I'm just here to pick up subscribers. These people don't actually like me.
Well, then if we're just going for subscribers, nothing screams subscribe to my channel like that does. Come on, let's be honest.
You know what's great? I've got about 40 videos of you in your pajamas screaming and singing to Miley Cyrus. And a Diddy song was on. Also to Ace of Base. I saw the sun.
I'll cop to Ace of Base. I'll cop to Ace of Base.
I have so many videos of Tommy dancing and bopping around the room like a 12-year-old girl. I'll show them. Don't try to change the subject.
No, but I was just going to say I'm 6'2", 220 pounds.
Eyes up here.
I survived 3 of the worst prisons in America, and that scene still scares the hell out of me. I can't stand it. Ugh.
Are you done trying to dodge it?
It didn't work at all, did it?
Babe, look at me.
Yes.
Into the camera. I will show those videos. I will sell them to the highest bidder, Renee B.
Ace of Base was on my jam box hanging from my bicycle handlebars. I love that.
I literally have Tommy in red pajama plaid pants, and he's like, and a Jay-Z song was on. And he's like, and a Jay-Z song was on.
There's no way anybody believes
And
that.
then I got you in Ecuador, and you were like, I saw the sun. I was like, damn, boy.
I'll cop to Ace of Base. But you know what? Both of those dances are obscene. You couldn't put them on YouTube. It's a hollow threat.
Thank you, they love. Oh, I'm doing it.
You'll get your channel shut down, but you know.
I'm going to make it a members only. I'm going to charge $50 a pop.
That's the spirit.
Come get your tickets. $50 a pop to watch Tommy.
That's thinking. That's
2 for 40 plus 10.
2 for 40 plus 10?
Well, it's $50
you
a pop.
sound like those other digital grifters that I know. Are you putting it behind a paywall?
Single riders at the carnival. $50 a pop. Table for one.
You know what? I can do this. Hold on. I can do this. Check it out. Get your hand up there. See that? You screwed it up this time. There we go. Now you can't see it. There's really no way to tell.
Yeah, that's where you really see the difference. Look at Tommy's hands with a nice Chianti.
Yes.
Mm. Don't get me started. I'm going to take my shirt off. Flannel PJs.
Yes, I do. I rock flannel PJs on the regular. Did he make it clap? See that?
He
I'm
did.
already busted. See, it can't be put on YouTube.
Babe, you did it too. You
No,
did.
I did
Just
it, but I
own it.
absolutely did it to Ace of Base. I'll
Own
cop to
your
Ace of Base.
mistakes. Own your mistakes. Everybody's guilty of singing to some awful song.
Are you a fan of Monty Python?
I like how you're trying to get out of it again.
Did you see what I did there?
I
I
said
would
what
rock Monty Python anything. Monty Python rocks.
hey guys, look, check it out. Somebody posted Relatable Reese's channel. Maybe go over and hit subscribe. You could pity subscribe. I'm not asking you to watch this crappy ass content. At least just come over and subscribe to it though, would you?
For the record, you carried my audience the entire time.
Did I?
Oh,
Or did
but
they
we
just
do,
have nothing
Tommy.
to do? What are why are I have like flies in here? I don't know if there's a hole in the damn
Screen? Is
yeah.
that the word you were looking for? So listen, this is actually important because you missed this comment earlier. But when you were answering the question, what's the hardest thing about detangling from being a Scientologist? You think in two ideologies. Every time something comes up, your first go-to is because you spent 38 years there. You think as a Scientologist, then you have to disconnect from that and think as someone who is no longer a Scientologist. And you're also thinking in two languages. And most people don't see this, but and I promise you, it takes a very unique person to say I have no problem with that. Watching you grow, I didn't get it in the beginning at all. I'll be honest, and we did have a hard time, and most of it I will take the credit for. But it's amazing because you do hear the statistic all the time that it takes 3 years for every year you were in a cult. It takes 3 years of deprogramming, right? Which should have you right as rain at about 138. So
Mhm.
the fact that you progress at the speed that you do every single day, there's something that just jumps out at me that you handle something and I go, holy crap, that's just so uniquely the new you, not the old you. It's a
Mhm.
buzz. It's one of my favorite buzzes, actually.
Really, Bunny?
Yeah, I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
That is really sweet. And even I notice it now that I'm changing. I didn't at first, and now I can feel it.
Well,
I'm not a Scientologist. That's why I got in trouble all the time. That's why I didn't make it. That's why I didn't go up a bridge. I really believe that is I bucked and rebelled at it. I
at
just did
every
not.
turn.
Yeah, yeah. And I really do think too, not to get weird, but hey, Heather, I just really think that God wanted me on his side. And they really, really kept me from knowing God. They did not allow me to question about God. And I actually got yelled at a few times for that. And I just think God was like, nope, she's one of mine.
I love that story. Have you ever told that? You haven't told it on the boat.
What story?
When you asked them specifically about God and Jesus.
I thought I did. I thought I shared that story. Yeah. I got yelled at for it with my dad as a child. I asked, and he was like, it's a bunch of bullshit. That's what it is. He was like, fair enough. And I was like, okay. And then, yeah, I was in session one time with an auditor on the cans, holding the cans on the e-meter guys. And it's hard to explain this. Let me just give you the definition of an implant. An implant is a strong word used in Scientology often. And an implant is when a person drops the body, and the soul is called the thetan. It's the same thing as your soul, but it's called a thetan in Scientology. And L. Ron Hubbard was a science fiction writer. And looking back, it's all science fiction. But when you're implanted, there's an implant station on the dark side of the moon. Literally, he says that. And it's the forgetter box. And so when you're implanted, when you die, that's why L. Ron Hubbard says, don't go into the light, because the light is the forgetter box, according to L. Ron Hubbard. So when you die, you go and get implanted and you totally get amnesia. And you know, that's why people believe in God, because they're implanted. So meaning like we're told things as souls that aren't true to try to mask what really is true. And so I was in session once and God came up and heaven came up and I was asking questions and my auditor took me to the library where L. Ron Hubbard's books are, of course, all L. Ron Hubbard and a few dictionaries that were not L. Ron Hubbard. And he opens this book and he points to this sentence written by L. Ron Hubbard. It's in what's called a technical volume. It's a technical bulletin. I love that, Jerry Wilkerson. And it simply says this sentence straight up. It says, heaven is an implant. And so I look at my auditor and I said, so heaven is totally made up? Like it's an implant? We're just told it's like God, all of it's fake? And he's like, yeah. So I was always told in Scientology, there is no God. We are all the gods. We made this planet come to be. Like, so when you ask a Scientologist, well, if you don't believe in God, who's the creator? Who made all of this, right? We always would say we are. We collectively did that. We made it happen as native state OT beings. Reese, do you think I'd be a good Scientologist, Renee B? I think you would be because you're pretty stern and stoic. And I think you probably could punish people because you act like Judge Judy and you scared the holy hell out of my rectum. But no, I think that you would ask too many questions. I think you would question things, and that's not good for Scientology. Legalize freedom. She's been found. She doesn't want to be found. She's not really missing. So anyway, yeah, I believe
we lost
that
the Buffy Scientology question. You're better at this than I am, but we lost a Buffy Scientology question.
Buffy, can you bring it? Can you just retype it? So conclusion, do we go into the light or avoid the light? You're supposed, according to Scientology, never go into the light when you die. That's the forgetter box. That's the implant station. That's why they're trying to draw you to the light. Don't ever go into the light.
By the way, if you ever want to research that, there's been a bunch of amazing books written by people that have passed and come back. There's a doctor in Germany that started to do open heart surgery, and they do it without anesthesia. They use ice, and they drop your body temperature. And because your body temperature is dropped, they can keep you off of your heart not beating for up to 15 or 20 minutes instead of the 6 that would normally kill you. And they do the transplant and they bring him back. And he started asking all of the patients that come back. Not everybody sees the light. There are people that see stuff that is a lot different. Their book's worth reading. It's actually fascinating. And he wasn't a believer. He didn't believe in anything. And his takeaway was, I don't know whether there's a God or a heaven or a hell, but I know that when you stop, your heart stops beating, something happens. And there's some incredible stories. I mean, stuff that would freak you out. He was talking to one person. It was a woman. And she said, there's a shoe on the ledge of my window. And he said, what? She said, I left my body and went outside. There's a shoe on the ledge of my window. And he went over to the window and he's like, ma'am, there's no shoe here. The other side of the building had a shoe on it. She described an Adidas shoe that was missing one stripe. And she apparently didn't go out her window. She went through the building, went out the other side. But just no way of knowing it. There's a lot of really, really weird stuff that happens that would lead you to believe that when you pass, something in us does go. And I have a belief, and so does Reese, and everyone sort of does. But you definitely, you don't need consciousness to survive. Your consciousness needs a body to hang out here. When you're done, that consciousness is going somewhere.
Hubbard's wife, Sarah, said that experts had diagnosed him with paranoid schizophrenia. Do you think that's true? Oh, I definitely believe it now. Yeah, I definitely do. When I was in Scientology, we were just told he had one wife. We were not told he had those 3 wives. And I think he had 7 children. We were just told he had the 4 with Mary Sue Hubbard. So we were given all the crap that obviously you guys knew on the outside that we did not. We were told he was a doctor, a physicist, a scientist, a colonel in the army, a PhD. None of that's true. What does out to lunch mean, Buffy says, in Scientology, or is that just some random facts man Dan mom yelled? No, that's a normal thing to say, Buffy. That's not a Scientology thing. Out to lunch means like that's the same as saying like the elevator doesn't go up to the top floor. The engine's running, but there's no one behind the wheel. Out to lunch means like they're not all there. Their cheese slid off their cracker. That's another way.
Good Lord. You came up with 4 of those so fast. I was trying to come up with one in my head and you were just tearing them off.
I was going to say also off their rocker, but yes. Yeah, no, that's kind of what that is, Buffy. And I would not say that's Scientology. Do you want to do another stream another day that actually is scheduled for this? Because I think probably a lot of people came in and just saw me and were like, where's the hot bald guy? I'm out of here. Who's this bitch?
How's that? Well, we can reschedule it. I would love to actually start with you at the same time. That would be fun. But I just like looking at you. Like, the longer I keep you here, the better. But
Is there anything, not counting people, that you missed when you left Scientology, or were you just mainly relieved? Great question, Anne. I don't know, Leah Remini. No,
I met her.
I don't know if Hubbard was educated now, thought criminal, because I don't know what's true, right? I would know what I was told, and I think that's a lie. Hey, a voice down under. I think this is a great question. Is there anything, not counting people, you missed when you left Scientology? The only thing, Anne, that I would say, because it's people that I miss, it's my family that I miss, the concept that I shared with you guys on the last stream about this, I do miss I almost do kind of miss the snitch culture. I almost do miss the realness of, I know they're all a bunch of fakes, but and everything is conditional, right? Like no one actually loves or cares about you in Scientology. Thank you, Mirasaki. But I do kind of miss the concept of like, no one really stabs you in the back much. It happens, but it's more of a concept in Scientology to just, if you do something or you share something, you just write up what happened and out them in front of everyone. It's I kind of miss that idea, because out here in the real world, I have so many people that are like, I'm a safe space. Come be my friend. And then I do that and they're like, tickets, tickets, come get your tickets to the Reese show. I got receipts as long as a CVS one. Come get your tickets, everybody. So that part I don't like about humans outside of Scientology. They don't really do that. Patty says, do you have any feelings, good or bad, about your birth father? Oh, that's a great question, Patty. I went through the whole spectrum of feelings since I was 16 and now I'm 30. I'll be 42 in July. I have done a roller coaster of feelings. I was like, I can't wait till he's dead one day so that I don't have to be attached to him on planet Earth. And then I was like, I hate him. And then I was like, actually, I don't hate him because he didn't love me, because he didn't have the love to give. And I went through all these changes. And then I'll answer that in a minute. Good question. And then I decided one day, not that long ago, like a few weeks ago, since I have such a relationship with God now and I talk to God so much, and you couldn't convince me there is no God, just because I how I feel and what I experience when I do, and just all the clarity that has come into my life since meeting God, and just the miracles and just the gifts that I received in my own mind, of just answers that I've always wanted answered, questions, right? That I wanted answers to. So I just decided now that I feel so calm and peaceful about why I'm here, and I don't have to carry the load. In Scientology, it's you, right? So it's just me. I'm responsible for everything and everyone in my environment. Why did I get sick? Why did I do this? Right? Everything is a crime. And now I know I'm not alone. Now I know that there is somebody who's watching me, who's protecting me, who loves me. And so the answer to that is I love my dad now. I just decided, I thought, with God, I don't want to be hateful. When I do feel that hatefulness, I feel further from God. And when I drift further from God, I don't do so well in life. So I definitely feel now that, like, no matter what, if I saw my dad now, all these years I've thought, if I ran into him, would I say this? What would I say? Would I say I hate you? Would I say you have a grandson you don't know? No, I would just say I love you anyway. Even though you weren't there for me and you could have done better, I love you anyway.
If I may, I have watched your views on your dad in the last 3 or 4 years evolve in ways that are amazing. Just in the time that I've known you, how I remember that when we first started talking about him, I said, what would happen if you ever ran into him? Your answer has evolved so much
Yeah,
since
it's
you and I
changed
started hanging out.
so much though.
And
It's
legalized, just briefly, I met Leah Remini at the sentencing of Danny Masterson, and I had been doing a lot of true crime content on Danny Masterson. And when I was introduced to her, I had a chance to talk to her, and sort of got dumbfounded, which doesn't happen to me. But she said, "Hey, I'm one of your biggest fans," and I was like, "That's just not how I thought that conversation would start," and it kind of left me sitting there feeling stupid. But she's done an awful lot to really damage that cult, and she's paid for it drastically. Now, did they mess with you?
yeah, they mess it's called fair gaming. They have private investigators. Yeah, they've messed with me a lot. And They mess with us now by paying these haters that you see online, and whether it's YouTube or other platforms, they pay these guys big money to do what they're doing. No one's doing this for free. They, like I said earlier, they're planting seeds of doubt. Reese
Right.
and Tommy are scammers. Reese is a bad mom. She's a convicted this or that. I have nothing but a speeding ticket on my record. But by taking all these stock accounts and paying them, they're planting these seeds everywhere so that new people like you are going, I thought they were good people, but I just saw this. Of
Right.
course you did. Of course you did. It's called a hate campaign, and they are working around the clock to make sure that you guys see it and go, "Oh shit, now I doubt these people," right? So
When
yes,
I was
yes, yes.
when I was in Tucson, I went outside at about 1 in the morning because I had somebody staying at my house who had a dog, and the dog went like this. And the person that I was with was like, "There's somebody outside. My dog does that. There's somebody outside." And when I went outside, they were crawling under my car. I have to assume it was a tracker or something like that. I can't prove it was the cult of Scientology. I just can't imagine any other non-government agency would have an interest in trying to put something under my car. The good news is they weren't particularly tough. Got a
Right.
chance to thrash a couple of them.
So yeah, they oh, I love that. Chef Brian says I don't water those seeds. Thank you,
Ah,
Deborah.
what a beautiful way to put
It's
that,
a
huh?
good point. And you know, here's the thing for the people who do go and check out the haters and believe that stuff, we're always going to be divided. There's nothing wrong with that. But the only thing I say, I don't want those people anyway. I do not believe in group think anymore. And if you blindly believe stuff like that without thinking for yourself, or critical thinking, I guess is a better way of putting it, I'm interested in quality people, not quantity. So I'm well aware of their tactics and what they're doing. You may be a little fresh to it, but you will see a lot of hate. I mean, it's well known that there's a lot of hate on me, especially guys. I have a lot of evidence to speak to my child sexual assault in Scientology. I was 14. They don't want that talked about. That makes them look very bad. So they're of course paying all these disgusting people to go, I was a victim of Reese, or I don't know her, but I know this, and she does this, and look out for her, and she's a scammer, and whatever, right? Go believe it. Go listen to it again if you need to. But I mean, I'm interested in people who think for themselves and can spot that shit.
Well,
Is
and if you
there
see a channel that goes 3 years nonstop making content about one person and they're not making any money from YouTube, like they don't get enough views to actually get paid, it's probably a pretty decent chance someone else is paying them. And
right.
Scientology is in Ecuador. They don't have much of a footprint. 96% of this country identifies as Christians. The But they have a an org in Quito, and there may be some presence in Guayaquil, but most of the cities don't have any of them. There's certainly none in Salinas.
And another just a tip off, which I think is funny. They work for OSA, the Office of Special Affairs, which is the surveillance division of Scientology that plants those seeds of doubt. If you ever pay attention, they'll say things like, "We're not working for Scientology. We don't work for OSA." Anybody who works for OSA is going to say, "I don't work for OSA." And the other thing is they love to brag and say, "I'm not getting paid. Notice I'm not monetized." You're right, because you're getting paid by Scientology. That nobody does this for free.
Right.
Don't let that fool you. I love it when the haters say like, "You'll see I'm not monetized," and they might even post some proof of that, right? Like, "See, I make $100 a month doing whatever." Of course, because you're getting paid by Science. You don't need to. So just know that. If you saw the light after death, would you feel safe to go into it? Despite, yeah, I would. Of course, I would. I don't feel uncomfortable with death at all, though. I feel very, very peaceful about it. I think it's a whole other side of something, and I'm not afraid of it.
Newcastle Air, I love that.
Oh, go lay down. Go lay down. I know you're excited
I
about all
watched
these
my
shares.
wife take her last breath, and the look on her face was pure joy. So I know she went to a wonderful place, and I will follow her someday.
I love
I've had
that.
that experience before too. I've
I have too.
Yep, it's
And
beautiful.
I'm sorry that you lost your wife, but I love your look on it. I love your view on it, and I believe the same thing you believe. Yeah, and I love that. I don't hate people. I hate false beliefs, bigotry and racism, fanaticism. These are the things I hate. Of course. Of course. And the other thing is like I don't want to be too hard on the haters because we're all sinners, right? Like nobody's perfect. We've all, if you think about it, I saw a meme. Hey, Mandy Albert, and I just think it's so funny. somebody's therapist knows all about you. You're not getting out of this. Like somebody has been attacked by you or felt attacked by you. So nobody's perfect. And I really strongly try to feel that way too about it. Yes, Buffy, I found it. Oh, I love Leah Remini, Paula. I asked Tommy this and he said he'd love to. So would you be willing to do one of your God streams with him too? Yeah, absolutely, Buffy. Absolutely. What is going on, babe?
I was just checking I had to do some research on something you sent me. Just wanted to make sure I was on the right page. I was fixing to come unglued, but I would have been wrong, so I'm not going to.
There's my channel. One more time, if you guys would go subscribe and support, I would really appreciate that.
And you'll thank me later.
Catherine says, those of us who see you both in the content of your program and will always be here. Exactly.
Oh,
and here's the thing, like most of you don't even go looking for that stuff. The people who come to me and go, hey, I saw this. Is it true? Thank you, Mrs. Legalized Freedom. That's so cute. I love that you're in here.
Legalized Freedom.
That's cute. Guys, if you come asking me if something's true that you saw, I don't mind answering it, but just know that there's already some cracks in our relationship, because if I'm not here to prove, I'm here to improve, not prove. So I have done shitty things. I've been a bad person. I was a Scientologist. I'm not here to say I'm a good person, but I also am not going to prove the haters wrong, right? I'm not here to go, I didn't do it. Let me show you this receipt. Let me combat it with this. I'm not challenging it. If you want to believe that stuff, I'm not here for that. I'm here to be loyal to the people that support me. Anybody in the public eye could spend all day going, I didn't say this, but I did say this, but I don't. It doesn't matter. And I don't want to be held to some version of who I was 3 years ago. Hey, Deborah, no, don't apologize and welcome. When did you leave Scientology? I didn't leave on my own. I was outed by accident. That was 3 years ago on New Year's Eve of this year, 3 years ago. So I've been out for 3 years.
3 wonderful years.
Mm-hmm. So, I
think you were outed on the New Year's.
It was New Year's Eve of 2022.
Correct. And we fixed New Year's Eve, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. Okay. What does being outed mean? You're welcome, Deborah. Being outed means same. Do you know what being doxxed means? Being doxxed. It means like, oh, I'm very glad, Patty. What it means is, I'll just walk you through it. So the content creator that I was giving information to, which would call me like under the radar Scientologist, he accidentally, Brian, flashed my name up on a screen while he was alive. So that's being outed, right? I was under the radar. Nobody knew who I was. And then he showed my name. So that's what being outed means. I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah, it's a form of excommunication.
Exposed, Heather. Perfect. It means exposed. It's exactly what it means. Yep. And I am glad it happened. Of course. Yeah. Great question, Patty. I'm very happy it happened. It saved me, but more importantly, it saved my son.
Amen.
My son's life was more important than mine. So yeah. Good questions, guys. I just think we should try this one more time when I'm not just blabbing and flapping my gums for an hour to keep us going till Tommy shows up. So maybe we should try this again.
Yes, I think that would be a fantastic idea. And I'm driving down to the power company tomorrow to. I don't drive. I can't back that up. But I may reach out to them and say, "Cómo está?" Right? ¿Qué pasa? What's your power?
I love this. What they meant for evil, God used for good. And that's what I'm such a firm believer in God now. Anything bad, God turns into good. I believe that. What drew Tommy to Ecuador? Here's my channel again. Please come hit subscribe.
I was looking to leave the United States of America because the level of hate there is incredible. Like we talk about haters. I had people spit in my face, right? Because I'm a YouTube content creator, and they used to like to call the authorities and send them to my house. And if you call the authorities and you report anything, they're going to come out and investigate it. And that's probably not a big deal to most people if the cops show up at your house 4 times, 5 times a month, and the FBI does once or twice, and Homeland Security does 6 or 7 times. But to a guy with a criminal record the length of mine who's just trying to get his life back in order, that feels a lot like it's just a matter of time before these people decide to go after me for something I haven't done. Certainly have never been involved in human trafficking or any of the shit that I've been accused of. So I was looking for a place to expat. The Ecuador is notoriously friendly to expats. We also spend the United States dollar. If you expat to a country and you bring your money over, you put it in a bank, and that money becomes ruples, or pesos, and then the economy fluctuates. The trade imbalance can destroy everything that you've worked for your entire life. So coming to a place where I had US dollars in my bank, in spite of the fact that I wasn't in the United States of America, made me feel really confident. And I also didn't need to worry about trying to figure out exchange rates. I've traveled the world and you get ripped off with exchange rates. They see it coming and it's a gringo tax. So I wanted to live in a very warm place. I wanted to live somewhere where there wasn't going to be hurricanes. There weren't going to be, tornadoes and things that are natural disasters. Because you live on a beach, any place other than here, and tornadoes are going to be an issue in your life. We have the Coriolis effect, keeps everything sort of intact. 4 seasons, and they're all basically variations of summer. So, and the cost of living. It was just, of every place I looked at, there were about 3 in the top 5 that I was very ready to take a look at. And this was just the best of them. And the original plan was to come down here, check it out, see if it was something that we could live with. And I ended up doing some work at a rehab center down here that was life-changing. I mean, literally some of the most unbelievable experiences of my life have been working with some Ecuadorians that were trying to get sober. And the trolls went after that too. Called those people, told them we were there to scam them out of money. Just ugly, ugly stuff. But they can do a lot less of it when I'm in Ecuador. And I came through the front door, filled out my paperwork, did all of this right. And they're one of the few places that we get earthquakes. I was on the 14th floor when we had one. I think I might even have some of that on film. But it's just a very different place. It is, Reese can attest to this. You don't see anybody with body image issues. You don't see anybody that hates on anyone else. You don't see people that are just sort of snarky. And I watched, I'm a little older than my wife. She's 38. And I watched my country go from what this feels like right now here is what I grew up with. And I watched it turn into something where people hate one another. I got an email from somebody that said that their sister said they don't ever want to talk to her again because of her political views. I'm not comfortable in that environment. I'm really not. So I needed a place, and I loved Miami. Look at you.
I kind of tried to do like a bang tonight because she cut them short enough, and everybody was like, damn, I like you with bangs.
I'm slightly aroused. It's like a different chick.
Slightly?
Well, I mean, I like it when I can tell it's you, but when you do that, it's like, getting a little action from someone other than the wife.
Cheating.
You look a little like Miley Cyrus. I just think I'll throw that out there.
No, I don't.
Yeah, no, you do. I'm going to send you a picture of her that looks exactly like that. And you're going to go, oh my God.
That's not true. That's fake news.
You asked for this shit.
It does. Yeah, it does not occur, Vicky Hurley. Not at all. And I wanted to read this because I really liked it. Good. Dolores. Took me 7 years to learn. By the time you come to recognize your own self-worth, it becomes harder and harder to be around those who do not. I love that, Dolores. I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. Thanks, Jody. Chef Brian, that is such a nice thing to say. Hey, Roulette Master. They do have earthquakes there, but they don't have hurricanes. Hey, guess what, you guys? While Tommy's jacking around.
No, I'm sending you a picture of your cousin.
There's my channel. Maybe you go subscribe. Oh, Fresh Air. Yeah, they have earthquakes.
Oh, no, we have earthquakes.
Hey, don't be sending me a picture of Joe Dirt and trying to say that that's.
No, that is exactly what it was. I am. So here's the thing, Luxit. I have already ordered everything that I need for the generator. We got here almost a year ago, and it doesn't happen at any other season but this season. So, and there have been years where it was really, really bad. The new president's got it down a little bit better, but there are years that it's really been an issue. I have, but I've already taken action. Hopefully by this time next month, all of that will be taken care of, and we will have a backup. So if it does go off, you guys will just have to hang out for about 2 minutes while we kick from one power source to the other. But yes, you can buy all of that stuff here. It's just we have something here that is very much like Amazon, has a different name, but we can order all of that stuff. It's a little bit dicier because we don't have a mail service. Like if you said, "What's your address in Ecuador?" It just doesn't work that way. It's not really how it works.
This is why I don't have a real channel, and I'm sorry, Roulette Master. 16 hours worth of videos before I leave for Vegas. See, I don't even know what that means. It doesn't even
He has
occur
to
to me.
watch 16 hours worth of videos before
He
he leaves
has
for
to
Vegas.
make.
Oh, make. Good Lord.
That's what I'm saying.
Good Lord.
Johnny is there too. Yes. So do you guys want to do this again? Because this didn't really turn out like we wanted it to. Do you want to do this again, maybe another night this week of part actual 2? Or do you feel like you got your questions answered and you're just ready to move on with your life?
Either way, I have, I put together playlists and we need to do a part 2 that's actually legit.
Oh, so you have questions.
Yeah, it's very much unfinished. And what I was hoping to do tonight was I was going to walk everybody through sort of the second half of that story.
Okay,
Right?
then if you have an actual frame and like
do.
Yeah, okay, well then let's do that, guys. If you can stomach it, I will come back on, but this time if he doesn't have power, I promise I'll just come on and leave. I will force you to subscribe and I will shove it down your throat, but otherwise we're all friends.
Thought Criminal. I will absolutely do a show on that, and I'll try to get Reese to come over with it. I have deep dived the very origins of Scientology at a level that Reese probably hasn't, because that's sort of where I get fascinated and I go down rabbit holes and I can't stop. It's why true crime kind of works for me, right? I research this stuff, but the origins and the history of Scientology and their ties to Satanism. I was talking to somebody that was a professor that actually studied this, and he said his theory was that L. Ron Hubbard had a bit of a lisp. He thought Satan and Phaeton was just because the guy put his tongue to his teeth. But I'm telling you, you can shake your head. I will document to you just how absolutely rooted in black magic and Satanism Scientology.
Oh, I'm sure that's true, but he did not. He intended Phaeton to be Phaeton. It's the soul. He didn't mean for our souls to be called Satan.
No, but I can make a decent argument for why you might think he did.
I know. And from Massachusetts, I think the only person is Jen Finberg, who's in the chat, and Zoe Deschanel can pull off bangs. But it's kind of weird because I'm liking it. I want to know if they're under investigation for child trafficking. I highly doubt it. I don't think so.
They're successful at terrifying the government.
Oh, I love wine a little bit more. We want a part 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And everyone's like, no, we don't. This is Tommy's channel. We don't like
you
this.
You have carried the audience the entire time, so stop that.
I forced him to be here. I paid him. Okay, yeah, guys.
I heard that there was a little bit of...
there was some Venmoing happening.
Yeah, I heard that.
There's my channel one more time. I know who's coming over to... Hey, Kathy, I haven't seen you for a minute. I expect you guys to come subscribe. Quit messing around. Thank you, Tennessee girl. All right, let's hop off. Let's hop off, and we will do this another night this week. We can do it tomorrow. We can do it Thursday, Friday. I don't care. Maybe you want to do it Friday night.
I'm going to do it whatever works for you.
Yeah, the Scientology ties to Satanism, that's a whole other thing. And I got new subscribers. You guys are so sweet together. Thank you, Mrs. Legalized Freedom, and I loved having you here.
And Aleister Crowley. Very, very thick ties to Aleister Crowley and the ODO, the organization he started back in the day.
Mop Man. I love Mop Man. We got paid. Damn, last time I volunteer.
Shh. You're not supposed to say that.
Shall we take a vote? Do you guys want to do Friday night? Good night, Catherine.
Renee B., I will do a show where you can ask all of those questions. And if people, if it's unpopular, they won't show up. But I'll do a show where you can ask all of those. I promise you.
The only thing, thank you, Mama Bear. The only thing, guys, is I'm not doing it at 9. I told Tommy we have to do it at 8. I am not that kind of a late night gal, unless it's a different kind.
In fact, you're staying up now, woman.
Otherwise, hey, Giselle, let's, Friday is good. Everybody says, okay, we'll do that at 8 o'clock.
Perfect. Okay? Works for me.
All right, Bunny. Guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. I'm serious. Let's just, for the old time's sake, let's just do it one more time. Mob Man, we could go earlier. It's just Tommy's a late night kind of man.
Actually, I'm a really early kind of guy. I just do a 9 o'clock show normally, but I have no problem starting it. And what I will do is have enough time to tell people that that's what's going to happen, so that the audience knows that we're going a little early.
Maybe we could do it at like 7:30 then, because we're probably going to do a 2-hour show.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We love you, Wine. Guys, I mean it. I appreciate you subscribing. Gabby girl, I love that. And I really enjoy meeting you guys. So it's win-win for me. I appreciate the connection. It means a lot. And thank you. Thank you for putting up with me for the first hour tonight without Tommy, except for all the women that were like, ew.
No one says that you know of.
That you know
Thank
of.
you for carrying the show, Quibs, and keeping me monetized while the power is going off. And whoever said they wanted to start a GoFundMe for my solar panels, I really appreciate that. But I promise you, I'll figure it out. All right, people. Between now and the next time that I see you, do say a prayer for all of the people out there that are missing. And we do true crime. Say a prayer for the Guthrie family.
Love you, Jen Finberg. Please do that. Yeah. Thank you.
And for the power in Ecuador. All right, I'm Tommy. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you, honey. You were fantastic. Talk to you guys soon.